Welcome to the capital of the North, one of the country's greatest cities, a city full of history, a city full of culture, the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution. It is, of course, the mighty Manchester. And in 2001, this great city was going to give birth to two mighty boys. As soon as these twin boys were born, everyone around them knew they'd be special. Their names were Fletcher and Lincoln Jackson. Now these lads were brought up to be die-hard Manchester United fans. Every week and whenever possible, you'd find these two boys with their dad down at Old Trafford cheering on the Red Devils. And growing up, they were thick as thieves. They stayed by each other's side at all times. Some people said that they were the definition of a twin, the exact copy of each other, exactly the same in every way. Apart from one thing, both boys had a talent for football, but whereas Fletcher was super determined to become a professional player, his brother Lincoln was quite happy to spend his free time playing on his Xbox with his mates. But these two boys loved their football. They shared a bedroom that was coated in Manchester United, and they were both very good young players, winning the young schoolboy national championships when they were only 16 years old, with Lincoln on the left wing, naturally left-footed, and his brother Fletcher on the right wing, who was naturally right-footed. Wasn't long before the scouts at Manchester United recognised the talents of these two kids, and after Ole Gunnar Solskjaer saw them play, he said sign them both up straight away. And that's exactly what happened. Lincoln and Fletcher both found themselves signing for their beloved Manchester United. Could they be the future on the wings for this club and carry them to a Premier League title? Could they both become superstar players? Well, there's only going to be one difference in their entire careers, and that was determination. Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to a player experiment on my channel. As always, thanks for joining me. Make sure you smash that like button. I really do appreciate it. If you really want to help the channel, you can always pledge to my Patreon. Now, you've seen a little story to this. I've not put any in-depth story to it. It's not one of my story videos. It's an experiment, really. It's something I've wanted to try out for ages. Now, determination is one of them attributes that has been kind of argued over. Different people see it in different ways, and a lot of people believe, and still do, because I mention this on my videos, and I get people commenting on my videos. A lot of people believe if you've got good determination, you'll become a good player. If you've got low determination, you become a poor player. Now, I didn't ever believe that. I always believed determination helped, like if you're 1-0 down with 10 minutes to go, a determined player will never give up. But I have mentioned this, and some people argue, some people agree. And I did see on Twitter claims from quite a big creator, not a YouTuber, I think he was a blogger, I won't name any names, and he said he'd proven that determination had nothing to do with player development. It didn't matter what your determination was. And that's been in my head now for ages and ages, and I finally got round to having a go of it myself. So as you've seen, we've got two twin brothers. They're exactly the same, apart from one attribute. One's got high determination, one's got low. And we're going to follow their careers and see, does it really make a difference? Let's find out. Now, I want him to be a good team, and there are better teams than Manchester United, but I am a Manchester United fan. It's a good club for a young player to come through, so it's just easier for me to stick him into United. Maybe they can actually bring some glory back to Manchester United. Now, you might not care about that, so I want you to look past the club they're at, because you probably hate United. I'm just going to look at the players and see how they develop. So we of course have Fletcher Jackson. We're going to look at him first. Now, we're going to compare both players side by side, but what I'm going to do when I do look at Fletcher along this experiment is I'm going to add his brother's attributes next to his on this page as well, just to give you more ways of seeing what the players look like. And if you notice, they are the same apart from determination, but it has affected him a little bit. The personality, especially the starting personality, is a little bit different. This is Fletcher's information. He's a dynamic winger, but it's his personality. He's a model citizen, and that's pretty much it. They've got the same agent. His media handling is evasive and flappable. His favourite person is, of course, his brother. His brother, who is exactly the same apart from his personality, he's light-hearted. Because he's chilled out. Do you know what I mean? Well, his brother's like a model citizen, pretty serious. And that's the only difference I can see. So far, really, that determination's done. It's made the personalities different, so we'll have different personalities. Change their career, because people say that does too. Because apart from that determination, like you've seen, they're pretty similar. Now, if we put them side by side, you'll see there is just determination that's different. Now, Lincoln's got 1, which is rock bottom, and Fletcher's got 20. And that's it. I basically made a player and duplicated that player in the editor. So it's just carbon copies and changed determination. So they've got the same contracts, they've got the same everything else, the same height, the same weight. It's just one's a left winger who's left footed, one's a right winger who's right footed. And they're 17 years old, starting their career here at the greatest club in the world. So we're going to jump forward in 5-year stages. And let's see, let's try and maybe this ain't super scientific, I'm not the best maybe at doing this kind of thing, but maybe it'll give us some idea, and maybe it'll quash the determination myth once and for all. So jump forward 5 years, and it's now 2024. The boys are 22. Let's just add Lincoln's attributes in, just to give you an initial idea of the changes. And there are changes, but there are changes both ways. And one thing you will notice is determination can rise. His determination has increased. But even though Fletcher's the determined one and the model citizen, Lincoln's also got better at different things. And you could say, oh, has this been affected by playing time and game time? We'll have a look at that in a second. And we'll have a look at that at the end, really. I think we'll have a look at the end of their entire career, side by side. How many games did they play? How many goals did they score? Because if one of them was getting injured, they'll play less games. Did that affect them? Stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think the difference-ish. But at the minute, really? So this is the complete side-by-side where you can have a good cheeky look. And I mean, if you look at technicals, Fletcher's got quite a few, but then Lincoln's got a better first touch, better heading, better long throw. He's got more composed, more concentration, better decision making, better leadership, and he is in fact Manchester United's captain. So he's got low determination, which by the way has increased to 5, but he's the captain, and that just says a lot. I think, and then his physicals, better jumping, better fitness. Obviously he's not strong, not got much stamina, but there's not much in it. And here we are with Fletcher Jackson. He's 27 years old. He's in his absolute peak. He's about to start his peak. I reckon it's 26, 27, don't they? Especially on the game. He's still a model citizen. He's still very good. You'll see his brother's attributes next to him, so you can have a quick comparison. Now I know you're thinking a lot of things. What about their international careers? And you've seen Fletcher's. He's got 96 caps and 73 goals. So let's have a quick look at his brother's profile. He's got 98 caps and 51 goals. So there's not really any difference. Really. He's still only got 5 determination. He is the captain of Manchester United, and Fletcher is the vice captain, although Fletcher is the key player. But I'm thinking, there's a lot of people out there who talk about determination like it is this main thing, and I've never really done anything like this, and I think it's the tiniest of margins. I don't think determination really proves. I don't think it does it. I don't think it makes a player better. It might help in certain areas, but does it really make a player become world class over okay? I don't think so. Here are their side by side attributes, and again, there's fine margins in it, and there's not much really in it. Now I know a few of you like to look at the graph, so let's check that out. As you can see for yourself, I mean, it's fine margins, but the shape is pretty similar. It's pretty similar, isn't it? I mean, one thing I have noticed though is that Fletcher's put more weight on, so I don't know if that makes him a bit stronger. I don't know if that helps. Is that something determination does? Makes you fatter? Because he's 12 stone 8 and Lincoln's 12 stone 1. So this is the history of Fletcher, and it's like I said at the end, I'm going to show you them together so it's easier to look at. from an equal point. And this is Fletcher. He's played close to 10 years, pretty much, and he's done really well. He's got great average rating. Played a lot of games, scored a lot of goals, set a lot of goals up, a lot of man of matches, and he's a right winger, top player. But there's not much in it, is there? And I've had people say to me, "Oh, boo, why'd you sign him? Did you see his determination? He won't make it." And I'm like, I don't think it matters, mate. And they're like, "Oh, it definitely does." So I'm like, honestly, it doesn't. Oh, I've never heard that. Determination really does make a player better. I've doubted myself sometimes. I thought, have I really made a mistake here? But I think this is maybe showing determination really don't have anything to do with how good your player's really going to be. We jump forward now quite some way to 2037. There's a reason for this, and you'll see why at the end of the video. But here's Fletcher. He's now 35. He's still at Manchester United, and he's still a very good player. His physicals are still pretty good. Let's add his brother's attributes to it. You can see what's happened to him. He's still at Manchester United. They both had mega careers. But let's compare them. Now, this is where maybe determination helps a little bit. Maybe determination about making you play better. Maybe it's just making him more determined to stay fit, stay at the top of his game, keep playing hard. And I think that's something, never giving up. That's what I always thought it was, like never giving up in a game. Maybe it's when you look at the definition of determination the game gives you, it's about, trying to be the best it can be, but maybe not attribute wise, just maybe trying to stay at the top of the game. This is the exact same player, just without determination. And I think you can see Fletcher's just more determined to stay at the top of his game. He's keeping hold of some of his attributes. Things are starting to sway more over towards him, especially fitness wise, technique wise. I don't think there's much in it mental wise, but definitely when it comes to keeping hold of the technique and the physical. Now this is a year later, it's now 2038, and I think maybe this is something, because Lincoln's retired at 36, which is fine, a lot of players do, but maybe that's it. He's just determination, just without it he just don't want to carry on. He's done all he's done. He's not really that determined to carry on in the game, to keep playing, to stay at the top of his game, and he's took early retirement, unlike his brother who stayed on but then has been sold to Wolves. So at 36 he's not thinking about retirement at all. He still looks like a pretty good player. His physicals dropped again a little bit, but he's gone, nah, I've got a whole new chapter here. I am staying in the game as a player and I want to carry on, and he carries on. So I mean, natural fitness is a big thing about a player's longevity in this game. If your player's got natural fitness, he's more likely to keep on playing. So if we have a look at it, this attribute reflects how well a player stays fit when injured or in training. It is also used to determine how well they maintain their physical attributes past their peak and maintain fitness between matches. Now theirs was the same. It started out the same, and the only difference is that in it, the attribute reflects the player's commitment to succeed and do his very best on and off the pitch. He wants to carry on. So I think determination, if you want a player to last, not only look at natural fitness, probably look at determination as well, because Fletcher is nowhere near done. In fact, he's going to play all the way up until now, 2040. He's about to retire in a couple of days, and he stayed at Wolves for 2 seasons, and he went to Celtic. He didn't play loads of football, but he carried on. So he was just determined to eke out as much of a career on the pitch as possible. And this was Fletcher's career. And again, I'm going to compare appearances and goals and so on in a minute. But I've highlighted that year because that's the year his brother retired. So without his determination, his brother retired then. And like I said, he stayed at United for a bit more, only played 10 games. Then he went to Wolves in the same season though, so I reckon that's a January transfer obviously, for 325 grand. And stayed at Wolves and for the next season, didn't play loads of games, went free to Celtic, and now he's about to retire before the season starts. So he squeezed out a couple of years, which is fair enough to him. So I think that shows you determination will just push your player that little bit more to keep playing. But does it really affect their attributes? And maybe a little bit in certain areas, but not massively. Brilliantly, by the way, Lincoln Jackson, the one-man club, is an under-18s coach. He had a year out and he's ended up being an under-18s coach at United, which is fantastic. I love that. The guy with no determination is like the most loyal. Just United all the way. Now I'm going to add in his brother's top profile, just so you compare caps and goals, and you'll see they're both pretty equal. There's not a lot in it at all. His brother, though, I reckon could probably be a bit better as a staff member, because Fletcher's took his determination into that. His adaptability, he's got more discipline, more motivation. So he's not an amazing young manager, but he could become, I reckon he's got more chance of being a better one than his brother if he chooses to do that. But let's have a look at the career history. So this is Fletcher's career. Now, he did obviously play a bit more for Wolves, a bit more for Celtic, but we're going to cut it off here so it's level with his brother Lincoln, who retired obviously earlier than him. So Fletcher's the one with a high determination, and if we had Lincoln's career stats in at the same point, he's one with low determination, and there's not a lot in it. There's a couple of extra games, 20 odd games, goal here, an assist there, a man of the match there. I don't think he's anything massively different. One thing that is different was Ballon d'Ors. So Lincoln, low determination, he got up there, he got in the top 3 quite a lot, but his brother with the high determination won 5 Ballon d'Ors. He won 3 on the run. So look, Lincoln was 3rd. Lincoln's not in the top 3. Lincoln was 3rd. If we go forward a bit, Lincoln was 3rd. Wow. He came 2nd. And he might have come 2nd a few other times, or 3rd a few other times, but that's a difference, isn't it? 5 Ballon d'Ors for the high determination, no Ballon d'Ors for the low determination. Now, I could go through the competition history, but again, there's not a lot in it. So this is the high determination player, Fletcher Jackson. His biography. If you want to geek out and look at his achievements, feel free to pause it. Over to his brother Lincoln, who retired earlier, had low determination. These are his achievements in his career, and honestly, I believe it doesn't really help player progression. I don't believe it gives you a massive difference in growing, having better attributes. I think it is, honestly, maybe a bit more determined to push on through for that last 10 minutes in a game, to stay fit, to have career longevity, things like that. Honestly, that's what I think. But I would love to know what you think, so let me know in the comments. What do you believe determination does? Are you one of them old school who think it does help your player become a superstar over someone else who's got low determination? Has this video taught you anything new? Did you not believe it? I just want to know what you think, because it is something that gets brought up a lot. It's something that has been debated a lot, and hopefully, I mean, I don't really do these technical experiments too often, but hopefully that's kind of shown you something and maybe made you realise that if in the past you looked past a player for low determination, maybe think about it twice now. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of factors, a lot of attributes kind of help each other out, don't it? It's quite complex in a way, but yeah, I won't look into this one too much, but hopefully you enjoyed it. If you're going to smash the like button, if you're new, feel free to subscribe. Go and check out all my other videos. Stick around for all my new. I hope you're all happy and safe and well, especially in these troubling times. And yeah, honestly, I hope you're okay, because it is worrying, innit? Self-isolation is also boring, but it's the best thing for us, best thing for me and my family at the minute, definitely. So yeah, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day, if you are busy, to watch this video. You're a legend. So from me to you, I'll see you next time.